Okay, so over here on PC Mag, dude, this is an old one. I saw this over the break. Had to do it. I just thought this was absolutely buck wild that this is even a conversation. Nvidia GeForce Now's time limit will stop gamers after 100 hours each month. So first of all, I didn't even know people played on the Nvidia GeForce Now launcher. I didn't know people did that. I don't know anybody who does do that. Everybody that I know goes through Steam, but apparently you're not going to be able to play more than 100 hours each month. So the game streaming service will make almost all of its users pay extra for extended access. If you use Nvidia's GeForce Now streaming, you may soon be limited on how long you can play for. Gosh, I should probably learn to read. I was talking about reading and learning stuff earlier and being highly educated. I can't read. The brand is introducing a 100-hour monthly time limit before you have to pay extra each month. Oh my gosh. GeForce Now is a cloud-based streaming service which lets you play your own games. They're obviously not your own games. If that is a streaming service, no. Through more powerful remote hardware. You can then stream titles to various devices, including your own computers, smart TVs, smartphones, select handheld consoles, and VR headsets. In late 2024, Nvidia introduced a 100-hour cap for those who signed up after January 1, 2025. Existing subscribers were exempt for the last 12 months, but it's changing on January 1st, 2026. The brand new update, the brand has now updated its FAQ page on its website to talk through the new rules for almost all the subscribers. If you want to play for longer, you can buy 15-hour blocks of time. That's $3 for those on the performance, previously called priority tier, while those on the top end ultimate option pay $6. The performance plan costs $9.99 a month. The ultimate's $20 a month. So the more, oh my gosh. Bro, they looked at Xbox Game Pass and were like, hold my beer. How do you say hold my beer to Microsoft? Oh man, there's also an ad-supported free tier where you can play for an hour at a time. Oh man, Nvidia is getting out of gaming. They're just there. If you don't use all your 100 hours in a month, the service will automatically roll over 15 hours of playtime into the next period. Oh my gosh. It's no mean feat to hit 100 hours of playtime each month. That's over 13% of a 31-day month. But if gaming is your main hobby, you may find this limit frustrating as it'll stop you playing as many games. Dude, I've cleared several hundred hours of a game. If I get into a game, I can clear 150 to 200 hours in a month. And that, I mean, I kind of know lifing it at that. I have to go to work and then I come home and I play like, yeah. However, if you're a longtime subscriber of GeForce Now, you may not be impacted. Those who subscribed to the founder member scheme before March 17th, 2021 aren't subject to the same limit. You'll need to keep your membership running to continue the benefit. Oh my goodness. Hey gamers. By the way, have you heard that you're going to own nothing and you'll be happy? Also, have you heard the thing that your rent you're not going to be able to do anyway, but you're still going to give us money for it? They are literally charging for you to have playtime for the games that you want to play. Gaming streaming services, we need to stop this crap. This is ridiculous. The fact that Microsoft and Game Pass did what they did, and they lost a sizable portion of their audience. Now, I didn't even know Nvidia did this streaming thing. I think I'd heard about it in the past, but I'm like, why would I do that? I'm just going to buy my games on Steam. And if Steam gets worse, we're just going to go to GOG and we're going to start downloading from GOG because that's going to be the best way to do it. But the fact that Nvidia is now saying you're not allowed, like, we are altering the deal. Pray we don't alter it any further. They're like, oh, you were paying us so you could play games from our streaming service? Well, you're not paying us enough, and we think you're playing too much. So you're gonna pay us $3 for on the low tier for every additional 15 hours you want to play. Dude, that I know people that will clear 15 hours in 3 days. After they get done with work, they're playing at the end of the day. My wife is over here. She's raising her hand. Yeah, hey baby. So just quick thought from, the big titty metalhead in the room. Quick thought, okay? How would you feel about a game streaming? You sign up for a game streaming service. It's $10 a month, right? You get to go and you get to play the games that are streaming, right? You don't download, you stream them. And they say, oh, hey, by the way, we're changing the deal. Now, if you play more than 100 hours a month, you're not going to be able to play your games anymore. You have to pay us an additional $3 for every 15 hours additional you want to play. Okay, my wife gives the bird. My wife, she this is what she did. How does Nvidia think that this is even a viable dude, the idea of ownership of anything, or even control, even just control over your life that's in a non-monetized way, is disappearing. This is insane. I was listening to a clip from a show today. They say that there's one of the new Ford trucks out there. It's got like the auto driving mode. Like you get on the highway and you can hit auto drive on one of the Ford trucks. But if you want to use that feature for the vehicle that you bought, which I'm sure this is probably a $70,000 or $80,000 vehicle, you have to pay a subscription service of $200 a year for a feature that your vehicle already has. And now you have to pay, if it's $10 a month, that's $120 a year for Nvidia's streaming service. And now for every additional 15 hours a month that you want to play, you have to pay an additional $3. What? I'm sorry, I know I keep repeating the facts here, but I don't think we've heard the stupidity of this business decision enough. I mean, and I know Nvidia's already going all in on this AI crap, and they are abandoning the games market just as in general as a whole. And so I don't know if this is a ploy, because a lot of people were like, fuck Nvidia because of the way that they've been acting lately, the way that they've been walking away from the games market, the way that everything that they're doing is causing a rapid increase in RAM and CPUs and just in general, computer hardware as a whole, and people just started leaving their service, and now all of a sudden they're like, well, we need to figure out how to make this money. Well, obviously the gamers are playing too much. Well, we'll charge them for playing. Who was this, oh my gosh, what was his name? Chat, what was his name? The guy who said that he was going to charge $5, or he was going to charge you 99 cents for every reload in Call of Duty. Who was that Activision CEO that wanted to do that? What was his name? Oh my, this is that, but just like in 2025. Who was his name? What was his name, chat? I need to know. Oh my. This is literally pay to play. I don't understand this. This is gaming in 2025 is so different than gaming that I grew up with. It's so different. Oh man. Let me know what you guys think about this in the chat. And obviously, if you guys are watching the VOD, let me know what you think about this in the comments. This is insane. I know I just kind of repeated some of the points, but this is absolutely crazy to me. And here's the sad part. There are going to be people that do it. if you're locked into the Nvidia ecosystem, I mean, you're probably not very smart to begin with. But yeah, so what say you guys? What do you think about Nvidia doing this? Oh goodness.